Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to this Nightbird video. We got another QR code and this was good for what it was, but not that deep. I mean, I don't know if I'm just missing something really obvious, but it just wasn't that deep. So it's good though. Take nothing away from it. It was still really, really good. It arrived when we were backstage with Solo and Paul Heyman, and it said thank you when the QR code appeared. So that straight away was interesting. I don't remember seeing thank you appear before. So that grabbed my attention. And then when you actually scan it, it leads you to this. And the URL is www.com/gratitude. So again, another way of saying thank you, right? Showing gratitude, showing thanks. So thank you appearing on screen and gratitude being in the URL kind of foreshadowed what this was going to be. So we got this. There was something in the source codes. Didn't show itself obvious at first because I always look for things to be in green because that's what they've been doing, but there wasn't anything in green. So I looked and I couldn't see anything, but people pointed out that there was some images which were just black squares. I mean, I don't know if they used it for this background, but the black squares each had a different name, and that was probably the big mystery. That was the biggest thing that I got tagged in, was that the images in the source code and trying to work out what that was. We've done that. But let's get to this, shall we? So here, look, you can see this file glitching away. When you click on it, it brings this, and this is really interesting. It's called gratitude. So it's a notepad. It's just some thoughts, and it's called gratitudes. I don't believe that the file or the edit or the format or anything like that actually opens. I'm not aware of anything hidden in here, right? There is something that's seemingly hidden here, though, which I didn't know about. We will get to that afterwards. But apparently, if you, and I have tried this, it is true, if you highlight all this text and highlight this bit here as well, and then copy that over into Twitter, you actually get not only the text, but 6 camera emojis. We'll get to it, right? We'll get to it. But here, look, we've got hello. For now, I'm not speaking to them. I intend this for you. So I believe they're talking, or this person is talking to us. You've helped him find his way and you guided him back home. Straight away, live on stream, I was like, this is about Bray. I think feels like it's Bo thanking us, yeah? You found him so that I could open his eyes. Now, this is really interesting because a lot of people have said, is this Bo going into Uncle Howdy? And it could be. I mean, it is strange for Uncle Howdy to be this nice. So it could be Bo going into Howdy. But does Bo... I wonder how Bo feels about that last run, you know? I mean, we never saw Bo. We always saw Howdy. So I don't know how Bo feels. It's kind of interesting him saying that you found him so that I could open his eyes. It was Howdy that opened his eyes, really. It wasn't Bo that opened his eyes. It was Howdy that opened his eyes, calling him a liar and telling him to revel in what you are. So this theory that it's Bo going into Howdy, I just question it because of this bit right at the start. You found him so that I could open his eyes. I would argue it was Howdy that did that, not so much Bo. But as I said, I actually don't know how Bo feels about that last run. Maybe he thinks that he opened Bray's eyes in a roundabout way because he was the vessel for Uncle Howdy, right? A new journey began. It did. But we never know how long a journey will last. What I knew to be true was no more. Suddenly, I found myself without a path. So obviously, we're talking about Bray passing away. I believed myself to be lost. I allowed myself to be blinded. I was going to let the cave win. Now, we spent a bit of time on this during the live stream because what would that be a cave of? A cave of depression? A cave of mourning? a cave of loss. I mean, it's clearly not a physical cave. It's a mental cave. It's kind of interesting to think, isn't it? It's interesting to think about that cave I could understand being in the cave. You're in the cave and all you see is darkness. All you see is depression. But that's not the real world. There is beauty in the real world. There is purpose in the real world. So is this Bo? Is this Howdy? You know, did Howdy go into that cave? Did Howdy go into a depression when Bray passed away? Hard to know, isn't it? Hard to know who's writing this. Is this Bo or is this Howdy? I lean towards it being Howdy, but I'm open to any thoughts. So I was going to let the cave win, but I did not stay that way. I found my way out of the darkness. I saw what was expected of me, and I accepted the cost. I admit it wasn't easy. I feared that you had forgotten us, I think. But you remembered. You remembered who we are, and you remembered who you are. Thank you. This is all because of you. You were never, we were never the chosen ones. We just wanted to belong, and now we do. I know. I can't wait to see you too. I appreciate your excitement. It won't be long now. I just wanted to say thank you. It's all lovely, isn't it? We have become more than we could ever imagine. Their stories will be told. Their pain will have been worth it. And it's all because of you. It's great, isn't it? Heartwarming. You did this. This is your fault. Took a turn, didn't it? The blood that rains down drips from your hands. Thank you. So there we go. I mean, look, we know a massacre is coming. And so what Howdy is kind of saying is that you allowed us to return. Your excitement meant that we could bring the carnage that's about to arrive. I do love the little turn. I do love that thank you. We're more than we thought we would be. You did this. This is your fault. What happens next? The blood is on your hands. I do like that. I do like that. I understand that people may look at this and go, ooh, feels a little bit heelish. I just think that they have said that they're going to bring a massacre. And they've also said that the just and the unjust are going to get caught up in this, right? They have said that they are going to burn this whole place down. They're tearing the whole thing down. I think they predominantly go after heels, but I've been saying in recent videos, since we got that last clue, if you will, the just and the unjust quote, it seems to me like they're just going to be burning this whole place down. They feel like this place is the cave. This place is set up to hold certain people back and promote other people. And I think they're coming to level the place. And so they sent that warning, didn't they? Run and hide. If you don't want to get caught up in this, run and hide. So if you decide to stay around, then you're gonna get caught up in this. So what follows, the massacre that follows, that blood is on our hands. Because our excitement allowed them to return. It's allowing them to do this. I was honestly a little bit kind of uncertain about this QR code because I wanted something that was going to be a lot more deep and rich, you know? I wanted something that was going to be a bit more mysterious, but it's hard to be against this, isn't it? It's hard to be against this because this is so to the point and it's telling us why they're doing what they're doing. It's so exciting, so exciting. So even though this might not have been the most cryptic of clues, still loving what we got. So thank you, right? So we got all this. I'm not aware. Well, I am aware of this down here. Obviously, we find out what that is. So if you click up here, I believe it's this. Who is to blame, right? Click on that. You're to blame. You're to blame. Click on that and then you get this. Look, remember, red dot. Recapitulate, red dot. We've had that before. Prepare, red dot. I don't know if the red dots are a reference to Bray in a world of black and white. But we get this. I think if you click on that, you go back to the article. Close it down. You get who is to blame. You're the person to blame. It'll flicker in. I don't think that means much there. Click on the point in, you get remember, recapitulate, and prepare. Now, these are 3 links. These are 3 links. If you click on remember, then that leads you to Kintsugi. I haven't listened to the music. Is it still awful? Yes, it is. And Massacre is still the latest one. So we don't have anything different here. Okay, so we've got that. If we click on recapitulates, we go to this. I don't think there's anything extra added here. I think the picture, still the same picture. I think all of that is still exactly the same. We've seen that before. And then this one, prepare, takes you to a video, right? It's a video that we've had before. I believe, I'm going to take the sound down. I believe that this is the intro from Raw Talk. So I believe this is something we've seen before. It just feels like it's that to me. It feels like it's the intro to Raw Talk. I feel like I've seen all of this. What's really interesting about this video, though, the title of it is Emergency Pod, which is actually something Sam Roberts does. He does emergency pods. I see him quite often saying this is worthy of an emergency pod, right? So they have named this one after his emergency pod, right? So emergency pod is the name of the video. We never had a title for this video before because this was obviously during the beginning of Raw Talk, so there was no URL for that. So I thought that was interesting. So we got that. If we jump over into the source codes, there's nothing in green. There's nothing that really stands out. But this stands out here. Look at the bottom. These all stand out because these are images. And if you click on them, you just get a black dot, right? But, and it does that for all of them. But here, if you go down, it's not really, they're all black dots. It's the names that are interesting. Right? It's the names that are interesting. And a big shout out, Erase Your Mind was the first person that informed me that apparently it can be unscrambled to abandon all hope, ye who enter here, right? That's what this can all be unscrambled as. Each one is a different words. Abandon all hope, ye who enter here. Now, we've seen that on the door of the funhouse. We've seen that on a sign in the swamp match. We've seen that a few times. So we have had that before. So yeah, that was it, to be honest. I mean, that is pretty much everything that I'm aware of. If we go over here and go into the QR codes, we'll come off full screen and we'll just go down here, kind of work our way through this. So this was the moment that it's actually dropped. If we do that, you'll see that we get the birds. It flickers. We get an upside down bird there momentarily. If we scan our way through, we should get the words thank you at some point. Did I go past them? There's the QR codes. There's the word thank you at the side. Thank you at the bottom as well. So that's when it drops. That's when it drops. Billy, shout out to you just with the thing that we just read. Here's Dan, said, here's all the links, and they go to black pictures. I wonder what the meaning is. Well, to be honest, I think it was just a different way of putting abandon all hope ye who enter here. I think it was just that, to be honest. Bruno said the original phrase, abandon all hope ye who enters here, comes from Dante's Inferno, which Bray Wyatt seemed to be a big fan of on his last ever WWE run. He used to wear the jackets that had one of the paintings from it. Well, excellent knowledge. Love that. Brett said there's even more. It's written on in the Wyatt compounds. Abandon all hope ye who enter here. So it is a phrase that we have seen before. And as we said, it was on the door of the funhouse. That's the one I think most people will know it from. Referee Jimmy tagging me in this from Jay Villa. Jay Villa said the line sticks out. The blood that rains down drips from your hands. The QR code was revealed during the bloodline. Not sure if that's just a coincidence, but there could be a lot of meaning there. It is true, people have often speculated about when the QR code drops. Does it connect to a certain moment in the show? Don't know if it's something to do with the time. I think it's probably just they drop it at a moment where they think it's going to cause the least amount of disruption, because you wouldn't want to drop it during the main event, for example. So I think that's kind of where they drop it that way. But yeah, this is kind of an interesting thought about, you know, blood dripping from your hands and it dropping during a bloodline segment. Struts said, I've mentioned this before, but I think Bo has got multiple personalities. Bo is cheerful and happy like Funhouse Bray. Howdy is angry and evil like The Fiend. The note here is Bo to us until I think Howdy takes over at the end. And that's who gives the who is to blame you. So, again, you know, we've kind of touched on that at the time, and I'm not totally sold on it. That line of, I don't know if Bo would consider himself to be the one that, I mean, let's go here. It's this line at the top, isn't it? You found him so that I could open his eyes. Does Bo consider himself as the one that was able to open Bray's eyes? To me, that was Howdy. It was Howdy that kept appearing, going, you're a liar. And it was Howdy that hit that Sister Abigail. I mean, it was Bo's body, but I don't know that that was Bo. So, I don't know. I don't know if this wasn't all written by Uncle Howdy, but I like this. I like this thought. I like this thought a lot. Brady said that if you click on one of those assets, you can see that it says note for you. So I'm guessing that's the note at the top. So this is a note for you. So that's cool. Very good, Brady. Shout out to you. Yeah, I've not had a chance to look into this. I've had a few people send me stuff like this in the past, and it's normally turned out to be nothing. I haven't had a chance to look at this because, unfortunately, here in the UK, once the show airs, it takes a little while for it to go on to demand. So I can't actually re-access the show. I could try and find it on Watch Wrestling, but that's a little bit messy. So I haven't had a chance to look into this. My gut feeling is this isn't anything, right? To the point where I don't even think I'll use it for the thumbnail, because I don't want to get people excited and it turn out to be nothing. I think it's probably just someone in the background, but it is interesting. It is interesting, isn't it? I mean, if we go full screen on that, I don't know if it'll make it maybe a bit smaller, but it could just be... I can't quite make it out, you know. I am interested in it. I don't know if they like move their heads and it's just sort of a bit blurry. I don't know if it's just a bit blurry, but I can understand why someone has gone, what's that? But it's one of those where I've had people telling me there was a rocking chair in the background. It turned out to be a smoke machine. I've had people telling me that there was a mystery person in the background. It turned out to be a technician. You know, like, you do look into these kind of things and they turn out to be nothing. So I'm not going to get too excited about it, but I definitely do want to look into it. Maybe something for those of you that can re-access the show, maybe something for you to have a look at. Let's undo that. Tonight's QR code. Oh, I like this. So Metal Mama 1987. Do you remember I said about copying the text and then you paste it, right? I got that from Metal Mama, right? I didn't know this. It was Metal Mama that told me this or showed me this. So here we go, look. It's that. If you copy all of that and then paste it, you actually get these 6 camera emojis, which is just so weird that you get 6 camera emojis. I don't even know where they're from. If you just copy, like there, you take hello and you go down to thank you and then you post it, you don't get them. You have to sort of include those things. I wonder if it is because they are the 6 image files. I wonder if that's what it is. I wonder if below the, if we go gratitudes and if I go full screen, I wonder if these are the 6 image files here. If I save that as... Yeah, they are. That's why. So this is where the 6 files are. This is where the 6 files are. The 6 squares are here. So when you actually copy it over into Twitter, that's why you end up getting 6 cameras. Got you. I understand why it happens now. But it's still cool. When you copy it over, you get these 6 camera emojis. I still really like that. But we figured out why it does it now. And then the rest of it is just what happens when you click on different things. And we've looked at all of those. So we've looked at those. Lovely, lovely. But Metal Mama, shout out to you. And then Tracy just showed me this thank you because I was like, I really want the thank you thing because that felt like it was, you know, an important thing to add. The fact that it was saying thank you even before the QR code dropped, it very much links to this QR code. There is one more piece of information. I didn't put the person's name down, which I am sorry about because this person brought it to my attention at the start of the stream. So a big shout out to whoever that was. They told me that Tom Collihew, who has his own show, if we bring it over here, this is Tom Collihew's show, right? If we go full screen. It's Tom Collihew, you can see I'm subscribed. It's Clash at the Castle, preview and predictions, spoiler warning, right? Now, Tom is someone that you should be listening to because he's had good information in the past. He is the person that told us that Alexa was not going to be a part of the group at the beginning. And then I think it was after that we got the leak that Alexa was not part of the group. So he was on it, man. He was on it. Alexa's going to join, but we think it's later. So, you know, Tom was the person that kind of gave us the heads up on that. And then we got the leak coming out that Alexa joins or will be part of this further down the road, right? Well, Tom, you know, I don't want to be stealing Tom's thunder here. Definitely check Tom out. Definitely subscribe to Tom. Tom is someone that I listen to. And it seems like some of you do as well, because you brought it to my attention that Tom, in this video, as well as a few other very interesting things that he comes out with, tells us that there's going to be 2 people that will be at Clash at the Castle. Now, got to stress this. He said, I am not reporting that they are going to be on the show. I am not reporting that they will be on camera. I am not reporting that, but I am going to report that they are going to be there, right? Bo Dallas, Nikki Cross are going to be at Clash. According to Tom, they're going to be at Clash, right? Now, again, not been reported they will be on the show. It might just be backstage meetings. What was interesting is apparently Bo Dallas is going to be flown over under the radar. And it does make you think, why would they do that to not put him on the show? You're not going to go all that way for a meeting, are you? You're not going to go all that way to have a chat. Like, you just do that in the weeks beforehand, wouldn't you? I'm sure they've already had meetings, Zoom calls, stuff like that. You're not going to fly him over for no reason. I think there's a very good chance that we do get something at Clash. I've never thought that we get all of them. But, you know, could we get Bo and the bride or Nikki, whatever form she's going to be in, could we get them just stepping out with a message on screen, see you Monday, something like this, the massacre is coming, June 17th, and it like flickers or something like this, you know? But could it be that we just get the silhouette of Howdy, just the outline of the bride, if the bride is Nikki? I think that's big news. Big news. Apparently Nikki is in the UK at the moment. And, you know, I think she's teased that as well, which I think we have not done a good enough job of picking up on. She posted some lyrics the other day, and they were Taylor Swift lyrics. And Taylor Swift is in Scotland right now. Is that a roundabout way of Nikki just teasing that she is in Scotland right now? Because if Nikki is in Scotland right now, then that is probably Nikki's way of communicating to us, I'll see you at Clash. Or at least teasing that she's going to be at Clash. And now we've got Tom saying plans are she will be backstage along with Bo. No one else, though. I think the 17th is the big arrival, the big reveal, and they've been very clear about that. But get excited for Clash at the Castle, because let's put it down as signs and wonders, shall we? Signs and wonders are on the way. Yeah, signs and wonders are on the way. So I expect something at Clash that's going to tease the 17th even more, bigger tease than we've ever seen, potentially with Howdy and Nikki being there, being just briefly shown, even if it's just a silhouette, and then boom, we get to Monday with the full reveal. So, oh, big, innit? Big. There we go, right? I hope you enjoyed this. I wish I could bring you loads more, but unfortunately there's not loads more. We've looked in the source code, we've looked at tags and all this kind of stuff. Obviously, if anything else shows itself, I'll do a video and update all of that tomorrow. But yeah, really interesting message, I thought. Maybe as we're getting closer towards the end of this thing, we're actually now going to start getting a little bit more less cryptic, a bit more direct, and we're going to be really spelling out what's happening, why it's happening, and things along those lines. Perhaps the time for the mysteries and the cryptic kind of just slowing down, shall we say. I don't think it will be done, but we know that next week's the last week. I mean, they will debut a week Monday, so we ain't that far away. It's just over a week now. It's exciting, isn't it? It's really exciting. I hope you enjoyed this video. One last thing I'm going to say, which is not really connected, but it's maybe a little bit connected. I did something during the live stream, which I think is going to be really beneficial for people. This community is a really passionate community. It's a great community of people that love Nightbirds. And we just did this tweet here. So I said, I'll follow everyone that leaves a comment here, right? And I said, you lot do the same, right? I think that we could boost everyone's following by, I mean, look, if I click on it, I've just been going down, making sure that I follow everyone that's on this, right? So I just go down and I make sure I follow. And if I do follow you, I then leave a like so I know that I have done, look at all these. So like here, look, 27 seconds ago, I follow that person, leave a like. So now, 47 minutes ago, I follow that person, leave a like. So now I can see who I have checked, if you will. I leave a like to make sure. So if you do the same, if everyone does the same, everyone's Twitter account should be boosted by a few hundred followers, right? And they're not just nothing followers as well. These are going to be Nightbird fans. These are people that are interested in the same things as you. These are wrestling fans. Because we've all seen those follow me, I'll follow you back stuff. But it's all random, isn't it? This is that, but using Nightbird fans, using this community. I've gone down and I think I pretty much follow everyone. So I don't think there's anyone I've not found yet that I don't follow. So I mean, I have gone down and I've really followed. I mean, look at all these likes. So I'm doing the work, man. I'm doing what needs to be done. And anyone that there's one. Anyone that I follow it. As soon as I follow them, I leave a like. And I think that's the best system. Because then you know who you've checked, you know? Yes. It's very satisfying, honestly. It's quite therapeutic in a roundabout way to kind of just go down. And once you follow them, you leave a like. So all of these, I should be following. Just randomly check. But I should be following. As I just leave a like. So listen, I'm doing it, right? I am going to go down nearly 500 comments. But imagine if all those 500 people do the same. If all those 500 people go down this list and follow everyone that's left a comment, then everyone's account would be boosted by hundreds of followers. And not just random followers. Not random followers. People that are into the same things as you. So if you want to take part in this, go over to my Twitter account. You'll see it's here. Look, I'll follow everyone that leaves a comment below. It's been viewed 18,000 times, nearly 500 comments. I am going down, following everyone and liking everyone's posts. I will continue to do that over the weekend. If you have done this or took part in this, please, I'm begging, please do this. This won't work if it's only me that's going down doing this, right? You've got to go down and you've got to, it'll take about an hour. I'm sure you can find an hour this weekend to just go down. Like, do I follow that person? Leave a like. Do I follow that person? Leave a like. Do I follow that person? Leave a like. If you don't follow them, follow them. Move on to the next one. If everyone does that, and look at these numbers. That's been viewed 352 times. That's been viewed 232 times. That gives me confidence. That's been viewed 488 times. It gives me confidence that people are doing this. I really hope your numbers get boosted. I would love for this to be a massive benefit for everyone. I would love for everyone to gain a good few hundred followers from this. I think that would be awesome. So whilst we're still in the middle of this Nightbird campaign, let's put our community to good use. And let's boost everyone's followers and have a good weekend. So I hope that made sense. I hope you have a great weekend. And I will see you again next time. Bye for now.